What's up, guys? Hilton here with Yellow Sky Actions. Tonight I'm going to be doing a video tutorial on a photo that a great photographer sent to me. We're going to be using our big bundle set for CS3 to CS5 on this tutorial. And the photographer that sent this image to me, her name is Maria Frank. Maria, if you're listening out there, thank you so much for sending this to me to work on. Just to let you guys know, I'm not going to go over the basics in this video tutorial. So if you're a newbie watching this, this is more for people that are efficient or proficient in Photoshop. Because I'm gonna be very, very quick. I don't want to. These video tutorials that I've been putting out have been way too long, so I want to minimize that. That being said, Maria, again, thank you so much. I love this image. I checked out your work, and you're fantastic. You definitely have a great eye for photography, and I think that, in my personal opinion, these photos, I think you should be doing fashion photography. I mean, anything you do, you're going to be great, because I could tell your eye's unbelievable. But the fashion photos really stand out to me. This one in particular, and that's why I chose it. So Maria, she used a Canon EOS 1D Mark II-N, and the lens was a 24-70 2.8 L lens. Her exposure was 1/200th of a second at F2.8. That's aperture 2.8, and the ISO is this 640. One thing about this, if I were to shoot this, now I noticed you used off-camera lighting, I'm assuming. I would have bumped my ISO down as far as I could go. And I know this is indoors. I like to shoot at 100, especially if I'm outdoors. But indoors, I know you could be limited. But if you have a lighting kit, which it looks like you do, I only see one source of lighting, so that may just be the flash on your camera. I don't know, because you know, I didn't receive any description about that. So the ISO, I would drop that and bump the exposure, or the manual exposure on the flash. That's just the only thing I would have done. But other than that, beautiful composition, gorgeous. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. This is the before. This is what she sent me straight out of the camera, and this is what we're going to end up with. So again, before, after. I decided to go with warm tones this time around, and the beauty of this, and the beauty of fashion photography, well, really any photography, you can go with warm tones, or you can do cool. And you know what? I'm thinking about doing another tutorial, Maria, with this exact same photo, using cool tones. So let's get into it, guys. Okay, so sorry about that. Alright, I preloaded these actions because, again, I want this to be quick, and I tend to ramble on and on and on and on. So first thing I started off with was It's Time to Shine. Brightens it up a little bit, and all I did was drop the shine sharp to 50%. It was at 100, and I just left it. I clicked off this, went up to the It's Time to Shine action, and I dropped that to 75. You can drop it even more. In the after, I just noticed that it is a little bright. I like bright, but you can. That's the beauty of these actions. You can drop it, you know, to your taste. So let's just do it at 65%. How about that? Okay. Next step. I ran an action called Vintage Instant Photo, and I dropped that to 35%. So here's the before and the after. Gives it that warm tone that we're going for. Okay, so then the next step, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to run through these actions to show you how I ran the Complexion Perfection. It's going to take a minute. And the Complexion Perfection is an action you want to run on your own. Always. Don't ever run it with any other action. Um, it, it runs better by itself. It takes a few seconds to load. And that's why I like to run it on its own, because it really does take longer to load. And if you're running it with other actions, it's not as it takes forever to load, one, and it doesn't work to its fullest. So by itself, complexion perfection. Okay, and all we're going to be doing is we're going to be brushing on the her skin. Black mask, white opacity. I'm going to take this to 100%, show you what this bad boy can do. And all right, look at that. It's magic. And I don't like to brush it on these lines, like her dimples right here, because it shows her character. And if you do that, you'll brush right over them. You won't be able to see them. So I'm going to drop this brush size. And here is fine. It's not, it needs a smoothing. So perfect. Then what we'll do is we'll brush it on her neck, shoulders, shoulder area. All right. Next step, what we are going to do is we're going to run an action called 70s Magic. All right. Looks a little funky, doesn't it? The reason why I want to run it on here is because I wanted to really make these tones in the background just so different from the subject. And I think that it'll make the subject pop, and that's why I did that. So we're going to click on this mask, make sure the foreground's black, and all we're going to do is brush it away from her skin. Very subtle. And then what we're going to do is we're going to drop this action, let's say down to around 50%. And look at that. Look at the background. It really does give it a lot more tones, makes it more appealing. Before, after. Let me just double check. Okay. All right. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to run an action called Breezy Day in May. Again, the same thing. Crazy effect, but that's not what we're going for in this tutorial. So what we're going to do, again, we are going to click on this mask, foreground black, and we're just going to brush it off her face. And the beauty of this is, with this tutorial, we are working on warm tones, but you can do like so much with this photo. You can work with cool tones and make it look totally different, and that's the beauty of it. We're going to drop the opacity down. Look at that. I mean, look at the background. Those tones are just insane, and it really really makes our subject stand out, and that's what we want to go for. I love it. So here's before. Let's drop it just a little more. Perfect. That's it right there. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to run dodge it, burn it. All right, and what we're going to do is we're going to burn these edges right here, especially down here and here and a little bit up here, to really bring the subject to our eyes. So we're going to do that at, let's do it at 12% brush opacity. And again, you can do it to your liking, whichever, you know. If you don't want to do the burn it on the edges, you don't have to do it. My preference, I like to do that. I think it gives more dimension to the photo. All right, and then when we're all said and done, we can drop this layer down. Let's do 55%. That's perfect right there. Okay, dodge it. All we're going to do is we're just going to lighten our eyes up a little bit. The whites of our eyes, the color, we're going to do it at 12%, just like we did with the background. You know, I wanted this video to be short. And I've already gone way over time limit, so but I want you guys to learn more about these actions and what they can really do and the potential, so it's worth it, definitely worth it. Look at that, just lightens them up a bit, maybe drop it a little bit so it doesn't look, so it looks more authentic. All right. Okay. Now that we've done all that, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you actually. Okay. See how she had, let me go back to it. See how she had those shadows under her eyes? And everybody's got them. In every photograph I've ever taken, female, male, we all have shadows under our eyes. We've got a new set we're going to be launching within the next month or so, and I'm going to give you guys a preview of what one of the brushes is going to be able to do. It's called Under Eye Concealer, and that's what it does. So here's the before and the after. Under Eye Concealer, and all you do is you just click on this mask, make sure the foreground's white since it's a brush, and around 30% we just paint it on and it just vanishes. It's magic. It works as magic. Again, here's the before and here's the after. This is before. This is the straight out of the camera, and this is what we end up with, guys. Voila. So Maria, thank you so much for sending this image to me. Your work is fantastic. Keep doing what you're doing, girl, because you are one talented photographer. And let me know if you have any questions. Anyone else who's listening out there, you know, feel free to, you can send, if you feel like, you know, your image, you want one of your images to be transformed, send it over to us at Hilton@YellowSkyActions.com. Again, that's Hilton@YellowSkyActions.com. And if you have any other comments or questions, feel free to post them underneath this post, which will be on our Facebook and the forum. Again, guys, thank you so much. You guys have a great night.